Hi guys, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I've just arrived back at Hassie Fen and you join me for this new mini campaign, autumn leading into winter. You can see I'm all barreled up and sort of unloaded already. Yeah, and here the place is, Hassie Fen. Haven't been down for 4 months. It's been a long time. And a lot certainly changed since I've been here last. For starters, the water level must be down 3 foot. Look at the island, how much of the island's exposed there. But yeah, absolutely buzzing to be back. It's just something about coming back to this place, especially after leaving it so long. It's got such a good head of 30s in, and I hear it's starting to fish well again. So in hearing that, you know me, I'm back on it. If there's a big fish to be caught, I'm there with the rods in, trying to catch it. So I've got the barrow up here now. So the hard work's done. Got through the traffic, early morning traffic, bright and early. It's set to be a glorious autumn day, and I can't wait to start and get tucked in. So for now, I'm going to sort myself out and get the kit sorted and get a bit of bait knocked up, and we'll catch up in a bit. You know that real shit moment when you leave a beautiful autumn sunrise on a beautiful lake to find yourself sitting back outside your own house 2 hours after leaving? Yep, forgot my tackle box. Last night, put a few rigs together, left my tackle box at home with all the essentials in. Big long drive home to Cambridge through all that crappy traffic. I'm absolutely pissed off. It's an absolute nightmare. So I'm just got the tackle box. I'm just about to take the hike back to Hassie Fen now. So hopefully it'll all be worth it and we'll pinch a bite or two. And yeah, I'll see you on the bank. Right, I finally thought it'd be time for a quick update. So I haven't updated you before now because I just haven't been in a talking mood, to be honest. I've just been so pissed off today. It's just one of them nightmare sessions. Everything's gone wrong today. If it wasn't such a beautiful day, I think I'd be tucked up asleep in a bivvy right now, sleeping off my sorrows. But as you can see, it's an absolute glorious autumn day. And so not only did I forget my tackle box this morning, my spod reel, let's get a zoom in on that. One of my bearings has gone in it. So just an all-round nightmare. I feel literally stranded without my spod reel. That's like your secret weapon, isn't it? That's just what you do everything with in general. But luckily enough, I'd baited up sort of 1.5 spots with it before it finally kicked it. I mean, it's a new reel. I've only had it, what, 2 years, 18 months? But I guess I've probably put it through its paces. I do a lot of spomming, especially at range. So, but yeah, I'm going to have to take that in the shop and get that bearing fixed before I come back next week. And also I had to break down one of my other rods to finish off spomming and just use normal lines, so it's just a bit of a nightmare really. And you know, you can never be as accurate on 3.5 pound test curve rods, especially when you're using like a low stretch mono instead of a braid. But we got the job done in the end, and the traps are set, and it's been a glorious couple of hours. Let me walk you up to the bivvy. You can see I'm nicely tucked in now, look. A little sneaky peek in there. All the essentials, lots of munchies, and yeah, properly tucked up. So for those of you who don't know, I'm in the bailiff peg. It's not a peg I'm very familiar with because I've never fished it. Let me just step back over it. But it's obviously the most popular peg on the lake. If I step back you can see why, because it's an absolute glorious peg. You have all the space in the world, and you can just make it your own, can't you? That's what fishing's about, I guess. Creating your own little space of heaven, really, isn't it? And that's certainly what this peg is. After I smashed down a few reeds and whatnot, and I got the rods out so I can lay in the bed and see all 3 rods, which is quite nice because some angles and pegs don't allow that. But yeah, let me just take a little seat. Oh. So, back at Hassie. You know, I ain't been here for a long time. It's going to take a little bit of figuring out. I don't know what the fish have been up to. I don't know if they're feeding. I know we're entering a bad moon phase, but I'm hopeful of a bite. That's all I know. And you know what? If we don't manage to pinch a bite, there's definitely worse places you can be. Look at this. You don't know, but behind the camera I'm actually sitting in shorts and flip-flops. That's it, just shorts and flip-flops. And we're basically in October, so I can't complain on the weather front. And obviously this month, the last month's fishing's been extremely kind. We've been down Linear, we've been down Bluebell, and we've pretty much had some really good sessions on both, to be honest. With my new UK PB, Dave at 54, and we had that mirror from Linear fishing the Oxley's Lake. So yeah, things are really coming together this year. God knows how many 30s we've had now. I guess we're on probably maybe the 15 to 16 mark, plus a 40, plus a 50, plus lots of nice beautiful 20s. So yeah, it's been a good year, and yeah, I'm going to kick back and enjoy it now. I finally got the kettle set up, and yeah, I shall leave you with that. I won't ramble too much, because I'll save that for later. Until then, I'll see you in a bit. Well guys, nothing happened last night as to be expected. Things are really looking good for this morning. I pulled one of the rods off the pod there and moved it to a single rod further left, cover a bit more water to the left of the lake there, as no one else is up there. And yeah, nothing else to really report on. Really quiet night. I had a couple of shows, nothing major to be honest. So I just thought it's time for me to start tucking into a bit of grub. Here's what's for my breakfast. See if we can get a zoom in on that. Bacon and mushrooms with fried eggs and toast. You cannot beat the Ridge Monkey for toast. It is the absolute nuts. I've got a grill here, an underneath grill, but it just don't quite cut it. The Ridge Monkey is definitely the one for the old toast. But yeah, so real rich man's breakfast: bacon, eggs, mushrooms, toast, country life butter. I'm all over it. But yeah, I'm going to get this down me and maybe think about making a few swaps around, and we'll have a catch up and go through it when I do. See you in a bit. Right guys, here we are with our first autumn carp in the new 5-part series, and what a stunning autumn carp this is. It's a beautiful golden brown mirror, almost leather-like, only a few scales across his back, but what an absolute pearler of a fish. 30 pounds and 10 ounces, and I say that's a great way to start this autumn campaign off. Look at that, absolute bar of gold. I'm so made up with this fish. Got a little love heart tail, perfectly conditioned, beautiful black top half of his body, a beautiful golden chestnut bottom belly. Absolutely made up with this one. Great way to start off, and really going to give me some confidence rolling through this place over the next 5 sessions. I've not even looked at the place in autumn before. It usually meant to shut down in autumn and winter, believe it or not, and I'm just here to prove otherwise and try and pinch a few bites, and yeah, absolutely made up. Right, it's a beautiful hot autumn day, so I ain't going to be too long. I'll show you the other side quickly because it's equally as stunning. I can't get over the beautiful chestnut colours on it. Properly coming into its autumn winter colours now, and I knew it was a good fish from the get-go. Absolute epic blinding take, and there you go. The sun's in my eyes, sort of on the lens, so I can't see what you guys are actually really seeing. I hope it's all coming out good and you can appreciate this stunner as much as I am. Thank you, gal. What an epic trip it's been, and we've still got 1 night left. Bring on the big carp, eh? Right, I'm going to slip this beautiful fish back and stay tuned. Well guys, look at that for a beautiful sunset evening. Loving it back here with these autumn beautiful skies and all that. That wind's just dropped, look. The lake's almost like glass now. Unfortunately it don't do many bites this time of evening, so we're back to waiting till morning, but we had that beautiful 30 pound leather looking carp today, didn't we? Great way to get off the mark, innit? Proper made up. Can you believe first session back's a 30? I mean, yeah, some might say I'm incredibly lucky, eh? Actually, a lot might say that, but there you go. But we're here and we're having it hard at Assy, and looking forward to the next few weeks of coming back and trying to figure the place out. I'm not sure whether we're going to pinch another bite. It's one of them ones, the jury's out on that. I think I was quite lucky to get the 30. The pressure's disgustingly high. It's a terrible moon phase. It's the least favourite moon phase that I enjoy fishing. And yeah, like I say, with the pressure, on paper we probably shouldn't have got the bite in general. I don't think anyone should be getting bites, to be fair. But other than that, it's been a beautiful few days that I'm here. It's lovely weather. And sometimes just soaking up the last bit of autumn sun is definitely enough to get you on the bank. So both of them rods there, they're both fished about 60-70 yards out. I haven't gone mad on range. I've come back a bit, and just to try and avoid a few of the big weed beds to get better line lay. And I've actually put them both on the same spot now, which is rare for me. It's almost probably the second or third time I've only ever done it on this lake. Yeah, probably got about 10 to 12 foot gap. I haven't brought them in too close, and I've created an area of maybe 14 to 16 foot of light scattering. I topped it up with maybe 5 or 6 bombs this afternoon, and that's the money spot that done the 30. So I've moved the other rod to it. It's obviously a spot where obviously a big gal felt comfortable enough to feed on, and that's more than enough for me. So them traps are set, and yeah, I probably won't be resetting them until I go home tomorrow late afternoon. Right, and then we move to the Lone Soldier. Look how beautiful that rod looks out there against that sunset. Obviously you guys can see the island, the big dark shadow in the picture there that you might have seen earlier when there's a bit more daylight around. I have one obviously close to the island. It is one of the last deep spots, and this is about 5.5 foot I found out there. And yeah, I delivered only five spoms to that spot. I've kept it simple. I've kept it low. I'm just bite pinching on there on passing fish. I'm not trying to fill them up. And yeah, put a small bag over the top of it, and c'est la vie. Nothing else more can be done. So yeah, just sorry, I've just sat on a cup of water. There you go. I went and picked my daughter up today and got her a glass of water, and there she is in there. Hello, my baby. Yeah, bless her. But yeah, I've got an extremely wet bum now, because that's why it's wet, because I've sat on my waders. Hold on guys, I will be back with you shortly. And it's become a puddle right in my bum crack. Yeah, so no sitting back on there. So yeah, traps are set for the evening. Things are looking absolutely splendid. Don't think we're going to get much carpy action. If we do, again, I think we might have lucked out. But other than that, enjoying the night. I'm here with my beautiful little daughter, and we're going to have some good food and watch a movie and have a good snug. And as she does miss her dad through the autumn months when I'm on the bank. So looking forward to that and having a catch up with her. And I'll leave you with that. And hopefully we'll have a catch up in the morning. Hopefully with a fish on the bank. So yeah, I'll see you then. Well, we're down to the last morning now guys. And I'm shooting this shot from inside the bivvy, because as you can see, it's pushing quite a nippy little northeasterly wind through. So yeah, what a difference a 12-hour night can make, eh? Beautiful hot sunny weather the last couple of days, and then this. But it does look a little bit more carpier, and I have seen a little bit of fizzing on the right hand island rod over that way. There's the odd little bubble coming up right where that coop went down. And yeah, reason for this update is just giving you a quick update what's going on with these two rods. Last night I decided, or yesterday afternoon, to put these two on the same spot, sort of 10 to 12 foot apart, and rain a little bit more bait through. And nothing's progressed on these rods. In fact, I haven't seen a single thing in the deeper water. So I'd already thought ahead, and I'd had a different spot baited up in about 5.5 foot of water, out long, right, probably centre camera. And I just left it, and I've been waiting for signs of any showing fish or whatnot. And sure enough, this morning I've seen 2 or 3 shows, but of the smaller variety, not enough to make me pull one of the rods off the double spot. I thought, well, I'll leave it there, something still could happen. So I give it the extra hour that it needed, just to see if I could pick a big gal up off the double spot. Nothing happened, and then all of a sudden, seen a big gal. Obviously the big gals have joined the club out there, and got on the munch on as well. So it's a reasonably big area that I've sprinkled bait on out there. So I just had a line on the right hand rod. Or is it the bird? Hold on, soon find out. It might be the coot. Just imagine it is a coot. Yeah, little coot. I'm going to recast that rod shortly towards the island anyway. But yeah, so the right hand rod, I whipped that in off the double spot. Put a fresh bit of bait on there, a fresh bag of pellet, and wanged it out there right on the spot. So yeah, a bit of a boo-boo for me. Basically, all the rods have been going out beautifully since I've been here. You know, first cast, and need to second cast anything. And you know, when you get one chance, and you can see they're showing fish, they're on the spot, they're finally having a munch on, yeah? There's no lines out there. And you're like, yeah, you got one cast, and I completely fluffed it up. Yeah, fell like 6 inches short of the clip, and it's still, you know, something still might happen, but I still seen the separation from the bag. It went down okay, but just a little bit more disturbance than I would have liked. But I guess that's carp fishing, we can't always be 100%. I was kicking myself because that was the one chance. I set the lead down from 3.5 to 3 ounce, and that was my one chance to really get it on the spot, bang on. Which it did go bang on the spot, but just quite a bit of disturbance because it's only 5.5 foot. So there's not much water above the carp, do you know what I mean? But there it is, me fluffing a cast up. There you go, I'm human. But we'll see what happens. It's 11:30 now, so we're in bite time. So that's why I thought it'd be another good idea for a quick last morning update. We've got about 3.5 hours of bite time left, and we've got the rest of the afternoon. We've got till 6 o'clock tonight, and that's when I'll pull the last rod in. So never know, fingers crossed, we're in bite time. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll see you with a bite and a fish on the bank. See you in a bit. Well then people, that's pretty much wrapped up now. Still got about 20 minutes left with the rods out. Everything else is packed up and in the van. It's time to move on and get out of here, I think. So in the end I really feel like I should have pinched another bite. I had a few fish in the area, definitely over the feeding spots, and yeah, nothing. I'm going to have to go home and have a long hard think and come up with a new game plan for when I come back next week. Autumn's a time when the fish are starting to slow down in feeding, but they also have a bit of a munch on every now and then just to keep their body weights up. So it's sort of, you've got to get things just right. You don't want to put too much bait in that the fish are not hungry anymore, but you want to put enough in to pick the big gals out, sort of thing. So I've dropped a load of bait in a peg next door. Just dropped 30 spoms out there for when I get back next week. So I'm keeping my options opened. It does get quite busy here sometimes, so I'm keeping my options open for either peg. And yeah, so yeah, I guess we'll be back next week, and be lucky. I'll see you when I see you.